In this climate, we are making connections with the art of dating. This is the news edition brought to you by the host, Juana Sharice. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. How are we? I am Duana Sharice. This is Art of Dating News Edition. We were having technical difficulties in our last broadcast, and I had to come to you again live. I would like it if someone from out there in the viewing land of all of the beautiful places can let me know if they are able to hear me this time, because before I was silent. And I have such great news. And this news needs to be out. It needs to be shown, and it needs to happen. And this news is great news, and your news is great news too. But we will be sharing art of dating news. I am awaiting a clearance from you, the listening audience, that can give me a shout out to let me know, hey, guess what? We can hear you. Or, hey, guess what? We cannot hear you. So I guess all of the people who have been listening before are not here right now. I'm going to take it that you all can hear me. And so we're going to go into the news as is. So, in Art of Dating news, Hudson Pride and LesFest, in who I am representing the LesFest logo on my attire, will be hosting a Art of Dating show. Yes, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. We are hosting an Art of Dating show with LesFest and Hudson Pride in conjunction with those two particular entities. And this will be sometime in July. We will be viewing the lovely Jaleesa. She will be our suitor, interviewing 3 singles, and 1 person will leave with a date. So Jaleesa will be taking that 1 person on a date. And we will have more information with that and Jaleesa and the beautiful things that surround her, and the singleness that she has and who she will be interviewing. So that is one. And on better news, on better feel good news of Art of Dating, well, this is how it works. In this climate where we have suffered with anxiety, depression, and loss, we at Art of Dating wanted you to feel good through other people's stories and their stories of feel goodness. We always go through relationships. We have times and times that we are in a relationship and we seem to remember the last thing someone did to us and not remembered why we chose that person. Well, the Art of Dating is going to share stories of beautiful people who made beautiful connections and have those memories that are instilled in them. And so that we don't think negative, we think positive, we will be going back to all the feel good memories. And now we will give you some breaking news from Miss L.M. Bennett, who will be sharing her wonderful story of feel good.
A friend of mine had came in from out of town to visit, and she was only supposed to hang out with me just one day. We're going to take a road trip down to Philly, and we just kept having to wanting to spend more time together, so we kept extending our time together. So Thursday night, it was an Amy Winehouse memorial concert, and I asked her to go with me, so she went with me. And we were sitting at the bar. There's the bar area, there's the concert and the stage, there's the bowling area. So we were sitting at the bar, and these people kept wedging in between us to order drinks. So we just kind of moved our stools a little bit closer together to talk a little bit more intimately. And then later on during the concert itself, mind you, it's only like 60% full. So there was like no reason for this, but we're like standing so close together. We're like shoulder to shoulder and hip to hip. And on the ride home, I kept thinking, and I'm not even like a touchy-feely person, but I kept thinking about how nice that felt. So the next day, she went to go see Maury Povich because she loves Maury Povich. And we didn't have any specific plans, but she's a foodie. I'm a foodie. The Feast of San Gennaro was going on, so I dragged her down there because I heard something about this mushroom vodka sauce pizza that I just had to try. So she tried it with me, And we sat down, we had some pizza, we had some wine, and then later on we decided to go to Coney Island because we're both Pisces, we both love the water. And by the time we got down to Coney Island, it was nighttime and the moon was out. It was so big and it was so full, and we were just walking down the boardwalk talking, just having a romantic moonlit stroll with the homie. And then later on, we went back uptown to this bar called Monster, which is in the Village. And we're sitting on this couch, mind you, ain't nobody else around, no reason for us to squeeze in, but we're sitting again very close, just talking to each other like we're the only two people in the room. And later on, we went to go get some late night tacos. And I knew by then I wanted to kiss her. And I just got so scared. And instead, like on the drive home, I just kind of gave her this football pat on the thigh. I don't know what I was doing, but I gave her a football pat on the thigh and just kind of ran for my life after that. And then the next day, I promised her I was going to make her the New Jersey delicacy, which is the tail ham, egg, and cheese for our drive over to Philly. And of course, I made hers perfectly and I burned mine, and I ended up giving her my burned sandwich, of course. And then we ended up going to this place called Reading Terminal Market. And there is this place that has all these different flavors of balsamic vinegars and olive oils. So of course, us two foodies running around like kids, trying everything. And we went around Terminal Market, like looking at the different food places. And then later on, we went to Love Park. And then we went to go take pictures in front of the Rocky Balboa statue because I love Rocky. And on the drive home, we were thinking about the great weekend that we had. And we just kind of admitted for the first time that we liked each other as more than just homies. So we drove back and we were talking, and as she's dropping me off, it just kind of happened that we're still together, even if she does still kind of sort of owe me a rematch to that Star Wars Monopoly game that we won't talk about. It was very casual, and we just connected like on a whole other different level. And it was beautiful. That's all. That's the best way I can describe it. It was beautiful. And I felt like my heart was going to explode.
And there you have it. What a wonderful date LM Bennett, or LM, has went on, and this is feel good news. Don't you just feel so good? Can you remember a time where you were on a date or you shared some time with someone? Can you remember that? We are here making connections, one date at a time. You are listening to Duana Sharice with the Art of Dating News. Have the greatest day.